Hello everyone, welcome to India Decoded YouTube channel. Today we will discuss an important topic from Indian history, that is how the British could rule India for 200 years. Britain is 13 times smaller in size compared to India. Still they managed to rule India for 200 years. So it will be interesting to know how they could achieve this. The British came to India as traders in early 1600 AD. After the Battle of Plasey in 1757, the British took control of rich and fertile Bengal, and over the next decades they gradually established themselves as rulers of India. Friends, important point to note here is that at no point of time there were more than 1 lakh Britishers in India. With this small number, how they managed to rule such a big and diverse country? Let's look through some plausible factors that contributed to their success. The first point is, through treachery, bribery and at times exploitation of the condition, they established their foot in India. For example, Battle of Plasey was won by bribing Mir Jafar. Secondly, policy of subsidiary alliance and doctrine of Lapse enabled them to gain territories in India. Through doctrine of Lapse, the British declared that if a ruler of a kingdom died without a legal heir, then that kingdom automatically becomes British administered kingdom. Through this doctrine, Satara, Jhansi became part of British Empire. Similarly, they took control of Awadh under the pretext that the ruler is mismanaging the governance. Similarly, through policy of subsidiary alliance, small kingdoms were offered British military support in lieu of a maintenance charge for the troops. The kingdoms could not enter into an agreement with any other states without British support. By offering false sense of security, they took away independence of these kingdoms. So friends, through this system of alliance with princely states, British removed hostilities to their rule and could create effective administration and infrastructure for perpetuity of their rule. The third point is policy of divide and rule. The British realized that given their small numbers, a united India would be disastrous to their rule. So they came up with the policy of divide and rule. They took to fight with big powers one by one. While fighting with Tipu Sultan of Mysore, they took side with Nizam and Maratha. Similarly, while fighting with Marathas, they choose timing and battle such that they have to fight with a single powerhouse instead of confederacy of Maratha powers. The policy of divide and rule was applied to general population also. Dividing population into religion, castes, they ensured that there is no united opposition to their rule. The fourth point is, the British in fact used Indian resources to conquer India. Indian economy, industry, raw materials were exploited to serve British interest, and unemployed Indian sepoys were employed in British army. So basically Indian money was used to conquer India. The last but most important factor that enabled British rule for such long was the conquest of knowledge. Friends, the form of conquest that remains is the conquest of knowledge. When mind is conquered, the chance of resentment is eliminated to a greater extent. So to achieve this, the British unleashed an entire intellectual apparatus aimed at portraying the great civilization of India as backward, unchanging, superstitious and barbaric. There was no patronage to Indian literature, art, culture and ancient wisdom. Aided by the English education policy, they created a false illusion that British rule would establish law and order and development of India. The British understood well that for sustainability of the empire, control of India is quintessential. They unleashed all resources under their disposal to hold control on India. This is best illustrated from the quote of Alexander Bruce, who was the Viceroy of British India from 1894 to 1899. He said, India is the pivot of our empire. If the empire loses any other part of its dominion, we can survive. But if we lose India, the sun of our empire will have set. So friends, this is how the British could manage to rule India for such a long. But the false illusion created by the education policy soon backfired, and the intellectual Indians realized the exploiting nature of British Empire, and they fought a long battle for independence. Finally, the sun of empire set on 1947, August 15, when India got its independence from British rule. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos.